And so we fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Julian Alvarez, Peter, is a...
And he shoots!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. Looking to play him in. Olise's big header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Okay.
Senesi to Martinez. Acuna. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Okay.
Olise receives it in and he's had a hit! Good hit, kept the keeper honest. Martinez. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Threads one in. Olise providing an outlet on that flank. Great chance! Goal! One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be. Alvarez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And he's in on goal. Looking for option. And a chance! Acuna. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Plays a sharp little ball here. Incoming delivery. And they've got rid. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Acuna, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Perez. France are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Now that looks a decent ball. Camavinga!
Oh, Camavinga.
Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Camavinga. Great vision. France finding their passes. He's having a go! It's hit the upright. Perez. Oh, and with that, the
No me
half-time
salió.
whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Reflections on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
France are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. There's the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And this is Dybala. Lo Celso. Maradona. And he welcome chance for a shot! Really well taken goal. Argentina are level. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Argentina grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Now, can they get him away? Perez. 60 minutes played. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tries to pass it through. Thinks about the shot. He's had a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
Out to the left it goes. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's a delicate pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, good take in a good area. Mbappe! Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Spread out to the left. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Can he get on the end of this? That's the keeper's ball.
France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And here's Di Maria. He has a look up. He's going for goal! Oh, it's come off the upright. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Oh, that's just unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate.
France can make their change now with a break in play. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Dybala, given the lift of his goal. Great ball if he can get there. Olise has it out wide and in space. Oh, smashing header! So close, but that's it. The full-time whistle has gone.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time. Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Nice bit of trickery. He's gone for goal! Oh, should have put that away.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
That has been slung wide. Conte. And it's Ribéry. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Conte.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He rises! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And that's been into... And that's it for the first half of extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? And we're off for the final time. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? The referee has given a corner, and we have our very first corner. Pavard is there, and he can get that clear. Goes looking wide. Acuna. Perez. He's tried one! Oh, that could cost them.
McAllister really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Great defending, strong and determined. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's found a way through. Ambitious ball here.
Argentina really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks.
A header! Crossbar comes to the rescue. France have got it back and they'll have another go. In again. Tries to get it clear. So that's it. It is all over. France have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity.
কি অবস্থা আপনাদের?
So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start, that is what they all want. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle.
Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. Leadership has to be...
Ekitike!
Oh my god.
Oh, special! That is a special goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! The ideal start!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
He has given that the lot. Bang!
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So, a breakthrough already. Pressure coming in from all directions. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's had a hit! And that is doing no harm at all.
Due most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
Conte. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. That's the keeper's ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. Oh, he's been caught napping!
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
He's being urged to shoot. France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he gets rid in a hurry. Backward it goes. He's going for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get it through? And it's Camavinga. Has a shot! And again the keeper stands strong.
Conte really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again.
France have their second corner now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Big chance! Corner number 3 coming up. Mbappe! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's having a shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe! Olise in acres of space out wide. Camavinga. Due. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Mbappe. And claimed it back swiftly. Nicely weighted ball. Real chance! There's a goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100.
Can he finish? Fantastic from Elise! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they get themselves in front! Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
That was magnificent.
And there is the half-time whistle. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Now it's Olise. Olise. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Thuram. He has a look up. Diaby, who's set up one goal so far. Doué gets into a good position. Oh, that's fabulous. Koundé did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Looking for the run. Doué. He's found a way through. Oh no, what has happened here? You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Camavinga, spread neatly. Takes the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Conte. Looking for options for movement.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He is through here. Goes for a shot. Oh, it's there. They've done it again. It is incredible.
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, now they've saved themselves. You can really sense a change in the whole atmosphere here. It's going to be pretty manic from now to the final whistle.
Nicely spread. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Now, can they get him away? Olise has it in a wide position. Oh, what has happened here? Chouameni getting this one clear. And here's Olise. Cross to the back post. Up he goes! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Plays a sharp little ball here. And the finish!
What a save.
And he comes up trumps again. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time.
Let's go.
"90 minutes gone and nothing between them still." France displayed great resilience to find the late equaliser that's got them here. Now can they go one better? Conte. And here's Olise. That's tidy. Olise. He's had a shot! Oh, should have put that away.
Olise has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
And that is a little undercooked. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Chance! Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing.
That's it for the first period of extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Camavinga. Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Looking to play him in. Now it's Olise, and he's managed to get free. A lot of space ahead of him.
Olise.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he was quick to react.
France really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now that's well seen too. No, it's come to nothing. And that is as far as it goes. Perfect result, perfect outcome, a test passed with flying colours.
ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচকে কমেন্টে জানান। ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচকে কেউ কমেন্টে জানায়। Camavinga, Camao, Camavinga. My goodness.
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable.
Ekitike! Spread out to the left.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Nicely shaped ball. This looks promising.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Zaire Emery. Griezmann.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger.
Mbappe! Goal, France! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
And a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared without hesitation. France have the chance to go the other way. Driving on and making good progress. And he's away. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Olise with a real chance here. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Olise! That was travelling. That's a shade optimistic. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Griezmann really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he was quick to react. Now it's Mbappe. He is through here. And he's quick to snatch it back. Kamavinga.
Wow.
Now who's going to be first to this?
France can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Kamavinga. And that's really well manoeuvred. Mbappe. He has found the way through. And the shot! He scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
This possibly the last play of the half. And it's been taken short. Chance, surely!
Nice.
And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. France get the second half started. And it's Griezmann. Griezmann crosses. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. And it's been given away. There's the shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he is going into that little black book.
Thuram. Why you fall?
Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Thuram. And no, that was never going to make it. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can. And
real chance!
Oh, shit.
Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
that was really positive from him. He was far too good for those defenders and nearly scored a cracker.
Mbappe. France have kept their powder dry on the chance for a shot. Zaire Emery. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Fofana tries to play it through. That's a cute ball. That has been cut short.
France clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Griezmann, he won't be happy with that one. Tries to pass it through. Can he get onto this? Chouameni. France finding their passes. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And he's intervened well there. Camavinga. Just 5 minutes remaining now. No way through. And it's Griezmann. Can he get on the end of this? Thuram providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's Griezmann!
Well,
and what a finish that might have been.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time. Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Now it's Thuram. Upamecano. Makaleli. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Olise. Now that's well seen too. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's worked it through. He's on it, can he get away? A header! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
France get themselves into the lead. Half-time, extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
2-1.
And we're off for the final time. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Oh, easy pickings there. Ribery goes looking wide. Out of play for a throw. Upamecano, Ribery, Olise, and here's Dembele. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was... Oh, shooting chance! It's hit the upright. It's gone in, and it is an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. That is great defending, so alert. Still inseparable. We have penalties.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
The referee has ended the second half of extra time. All square. Some weary legs out there. So who has it left in them to take a penalty? And he has done his bit.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
Mbappe is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. Coolly done, one each.
He just did what he was asked.
Rabiot is the man who's second in line. Oh, calm as you like.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Olise is looking to do his bit.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
The third man in the queue.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Makalele is the third man to step forward. Would have taken the keeper with it. It's three apiece. Dembele is the fourth man to step up.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, and didn't change.
Thuram is fourth up.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
Ribery comes forward for the fifth of five.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive? Sticks it away.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
A huge pressure penalty, reserved only for the bravest of men. Big character, big moment, big save.
Shit.
Mignon must keep this out. This is match point. And that has lifted the roof. So it has all ended in hurt. The team played their parts in a terrific struggle, admirably at times, but when it all mattered, they have fallen ever so slightly short.
Oh, this is so...
But these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge because success in this competition brings so much, and the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I can tell you that I'm a fan of this guy, Christian Romero, described by his national team boss as spectacular. I've always seen him as been brave, very aggressive defensively, but front-footed as well. And let me go into a little more detail on that, because some of the runs he makes are actually quite crazy, and there seems to be a recklessness about it and no order, and he just leaves it to...
And a chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
France with the corner. They're first. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Messi. Pavard does really well to win the ball there. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And here's the chance to counter. He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Messi. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Knocks it into space. Olise. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he's going to have his name taken. Olise is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
It's a mighty effort! Goal, France! One delightful ball, and the rest was simple.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
Tries to play it through. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's played in. Climbs up big. Harmlessly behind. Camavinga. France finding their passes. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He's shifting through the gears here. Cleared without complication. Kante producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Camavinga. Now it's Olise. France are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Conte. Great vision. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And it's Conte. Over to the left. Now it's Olise. And he thumps it clear. That has ended up in no man's land. He's picked his way through. Messi. And the shot! It's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Messi. Camavinga did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Threads one in. Now there's a... Goes for a shot! Goal, France! And they've got their lead back. more or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
France go into the lead. Maradona. Maradona going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Olise. Mbappe receives it in a good... Shapes to shoot! McAllister. Olise. And he's there to retrieve it. Olise! Just not quite happening for him just now.
France really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Back into the middle.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is that. Shoots! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
France have their second corner now. They've played it short. And this is Griezmann. Great chance! Just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
De Paul powering forward here, and he's been shifted off it. Chouameni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Chance! Oh, taken with style. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Some great...
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Okay. Cavani, come. Astaghfirullah. Okay, let's go.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I would think that this fella Valverde's role is going to be so key here. He'll be tasked with pretty much doing everything from covering the back line to winning the ball back, triggering counter-attacks, providing outlets, pressing, as well as being a goal threat. In other words, pretty much everything.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Forlan. And he welcomes it in. Valverde kept his eye on it, and he's there. Spread it left. Quarter of an hour played. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Good player.
Threads one in, and this is Hazard, delivered in. Chouameni getting this one clear. Torino with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And that has been cleared. Jimenez. Nuno Mendes. That's good play. Hazard with the delivery.
Closer.
Van Dijk with the clearance. Ware drives forward on the overlap. Xavi Simons. Perisic. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to play it through. Rudiger gets a foot in here. Xavi Simons. Now it's Perisic. Now it's Forlan. It's Forlan! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Can he stop it going out? Hangs in a cross.
Well played and well cleared.
Hazard can see things others simply cannot. Looking for the run. Can he get onto this? Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
What a time to score! Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we are back on the way.
Bangladesh really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm and not...
He's got tall! Now, who's going to be first to this? And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Simons! Oh, important interception. And that was very necessary.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blank.
Shoots! He's got a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Torino are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Rijkaard. And it's Simons. And here's Forlan. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Quick look, then plays it in. And he's quick to get it clear again. He won't be happy with that one. Valverde. Nicked it back promptly. Now, can they get him away? So, what can they make of this? He's picked his way through. He's free, he has got space. And he's there to get it away. Well, that has not gone well. Looking to play him in. And the counter is on. Now it's Mbappe. And he's in on goal. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Ball's played through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Now it's Hazard. And he's whipped in a big header! No, not the best of headers. Messi on 2 now and looking for 3. Looking for options for movement. That has ended up in no man's land. Bellingham.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that's fabulous. Looking to go... Gets his head on it! Sticks it away! With so little time left, grandstand finish! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Bangladesh never quite got to grips with this game, Peter. They look slow and cumbersome in trying to counter much sharper opposition. Just not good enough on so many levels.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Chiffon playing.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
The seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves about the pitch.
Yeah, particularly the way he picks up those positions to gather goals and... Big header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He gets big. It's in. An extraordinary start. Breakthrough in next to no time.
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Lahm. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Tries to play it through. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Beckenbauer is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Ribéry. Looking to play him in. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hazard. Xavi Simons. Simons. Chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, they scored their first goal from a corner. What about now? Header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
And here's Hazard. And this is Batistuta. Now he's got space here. And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Strong running down that left flank. Not the most accurate pass. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Delivers with whip. And it's hoisted clear. Ribéry cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Ribéry. That's a pretty loose pass. Xavi Simons, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. He's found some space. Tries a shot! And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Leading 1-0 at the break. There's the start of the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Ribéry. Lahm. Lahm plays. Terrific header! And he gets rid in a hurry. Shapes to shoot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Beckenbauer really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Threads one in. Back into the middle. Oh, that's an excellent interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Bangladesh clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly
Applies the finish! Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's Batistuta. And it's Serginho. Picked out brilliantly. Real chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So their fourth corner of the game. Up he goes! Just off target.
Drogba is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Busquets. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Out to the left it goes. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Oh, really well played.
Now, oh, what has happened here? There's the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Roberto Baggio. That's a little off target. Now, who's going to be first to this? Roberto Baggio. Baggio crosses. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Very much into the last knockings. That's a good run down the left. We are into stoppage time. Bellingham. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, clean sheets and hard grind will help you go places, and they have a resolve that'll envy many.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.